Hey guys, just wanted to say I'm still donating 50% of the profits of my channel to the United Cajun Navy. They do such amazing work, and it is such an honor to support them. It's all made possible by you, my viewers. We have an amazing story here for you today, and if you like it, please be sure to give it a thumbs up, comment your thoughts down below, and subscribe for more. I'm really hoping to get to 10K subscribers by the end of the year. Now on to the story. Am I wrong for not giving my cheating wife another chance? Me, 39M, and my wife, 33F, have been together for 13 years. She recently went away on a girls' trip. I was not worried at all. I have never had a reason to distrust her. She has never done anything to give me a cause for concern. And it's not like she was even going abroad. She was going to a Butlins half an hour away, for God's sake. She went with her sister and a few other girls. She called me up this morning, and I didn't expect anything other than her checking in. She's only been away one night of a 3-night trip. When I answered, she was crying and incoherent. When I finally calmed her down, she told me she had slept with someone else the night before. Supposedly, she met a guy who she approached, they flirted a little and danced together, and she thought that was as far as it would go. But he supposedly just charmed her into a kiss, which turned to making out, which turned to her asking him to walk her back to her hotel, which turned into them having sex. She says nothing was amiss. He wasn't pushy or weird, and they actually had sex multiple times, because she would say they need to stop, and he would stop immediately, and then after a few minutes she'd want him to carry on, and he would. And he supposedly never even finished because of the stop/starting. This supposedly went on for 3 hours, and she eventually said stop for good and asked him to leave, and he did. The guy is supposedly 10 years younger than her, and she said she lied and told him she was going through a divorce. She says she doesn't know what came over her, and she just wanted to see if she still had it, but got carried away. 14 years, married for 10, and we have a 7-year-old daughter. I want to leave her. She's begging me not to, offering marriage counseling, never going out again, never drinking again, etc., etc. I've always been a one-chance sort of guy. I just told her to go fuck herself and have been ignoring her since about 10 a.m. Now her friends and sister are calling me too. They apparently had no idea she'd even gone home with him. They saw them talking but thought nothing of it. I just want them all to leave me alone. I told my mom about it, and she said I should think of my family, and that my wife seems genuinely remorseful and didn't try and hide anything, and came clean straight away. That it's not like she had an affair. And that as bad as it is, this is best case scenario. After that conversation, I feel like I'm insane. Am I wrong for not even considering forgiving her? Top comments. Beneficial_syrup_869. You're not wrong at all. She broke your trust. Now every time she goes anywhere, will she do this again? And she didn't have sex with him one time. She told you it was multiple times. Turn your phone off and take your daughter out for a meal. Spend time with her before your wife gets home and starts love bombing you both and strong-arming you. See, Boot 7413. You can forgive and forget, but understand you don't have to accept and stay. Edit. Please understand, I didn't say he had to forget what she's done and stay with her. I said forgive her for what she's done, but that doesn't mean you have to stay, because at the end of the day, a very important boundary was broken by choice. So he also deserves that same choice of being able to say, I choose to walk away from this because of your actions to disrespect my boundaries. When I say forget, I mean forget the person from before the transgression. That person is no longer there. So that person is gone. The person you love didn't cheat on you. That person is now in the past. So forget that person and understand the person before you now is someone entirely new, and move accordingly to who they are now and not who they once were. No_association 9968. Trust is broken. You are not wrong. Some will do marriage counseling, but I personally couldn't forgive this. 3 hours of deception is a long time, and she knew it was wrong. I'm so sorry, op. I get the one and done. Usual_ostrich 8597. Dude, leave. All those times she was stopping the other guy to continue. She probably was questioning if she should continue. And guess what? She did multiple times. Update. Same day, 9 hours later. So my wife came home tonight. After giving me the day to cool off, I asked to see the guy. I don't know why, maybe I'm a sucker for punishment. And of course he looks like a superhero. So that's great. Guy looks like Anthony Joshua or something. For the record, my wife is beautiful, like perfect teeth, works out regularly, etc. I am not ugly, but I am just a typical English guy. Not overweight, but could probably lose a few pounds. Bit of a dad bod, etc. Still have a full head of hair, which is nice. I always felt so lucky to be with her. She was an amazing partner, an amazing mother, funny, intelligent, etc. I asked her to lay out what happened to me in more detail. I wanted to catch any lies/changes in the story/test her consistency. She basically says she was at the bar and the guy was stood next to her. They glanced at each other, and she said, "Where did you come from?" to him. He asked what she meant, and she said he was the first handsome man she'd seen, and that's how the conversation got started. As for her telling him she was divorcing, that happened when he glanced down, noticed her ring, and asked her about it. Apparently, once she said that, he went on to say, "Not like I give a fuck either way. What a gent." I asked if she thinks he could have slipped her anything, and she says it's impossible because they only did shots together. I asked if she took any drugs, and she admitted to doing coke with her friends, which isn't all that surprising. If you're from the UK and you're into drinking culture, it's pretty standard. A few of you seem to be American. So let me explain what exactly a Butlins is. It's basically a holiday resort, usually for families, but they sometimes host adult-exclusive weekends where it's a pretty big party place. It's cheap and grimy and can be a lot of fun. People dress up, there's DJs, live music, multiple venues, and late-night entertainment, etc. As for people saying she got caught by her friends, she actually didn't. She disappeared with the guy and went home with him, texted her friend she was tired and wanted to go to sleep, and as they are on the resort and the hotel is like a 3-minute walk, they all just said to text when she was safe in her room. She was sharing a room with her sister, but she was in their other friend's room drinking and doing coke because they thought she was sleeping. She told the guy to leave at around 6 a.m. because she thought her sister might be coming back soon, as that's when the party usually winds down. I asked her how many times she had sex with the guy, and she said 4 or 5, lasting between 5 to 10 minutes each time. Apparently, even after cheating, she never thought she'd sleep with the guy. She says she just wanted to give him oral, so she did that. But the guy said he could only finish through smex. She didn't believe him. Until 20 minutes later, he still wasn't done, so she gave up and climbed on top of him. But then after about 5 minutes, she thought, "What the fuck am I doing?" and got off him, then laid there and cuddled him and drank more. And then 10 minutes later, they would be touching each other again. This repeated 4 or 5 times. She says that she kept thinking it was wrong, but then would think, it's too late now anyway, so might as well carry on, and basically go through a loop of that. I asked her why she felt the need to see if she still had it, and she says since she hit 30, she's been self-conscious of her aging, that when she spots a new wrinkle or something, it drives her to tears. She said that chatting to the guy made her feel young again, and she latched onto that. Also, apparently the guy was there with a girl, who my wife said looked like a younger version of herself, and the guy pointed her out to my wife and said, "That girl over there watching us has a crush on me," and laughed about it. After he had been talking to my wife for like 30 minutes, the girl had enough, walked over and kicked the table, spilling the guy's drink, and then stormed off. She says that the guy picking her over a younger woman drove her ego crazy, and that was when she decided to kiss him. I asked her why she even told me, and she said that when she woke up, she saw I'd sent a selfie of me and our daughter eating pizza together, and it sent her into a nervous breakdown, that she was wailing and sobbing so loud it woke up her sister, and that's when she confessed. Her sister told her she was insane for what she did, and wasn't very comforting, and then left the room mad at her, which made it worse. And that's when she called me. I have asked her to leave the house for a few days, and she is staying at her mother's house while I decide what I want to do. She begged me not to make her leave, but she did when I said it was the least she could do after blowing up our entire lives over wrinkles making her sad. As for my mother, she still thinks I should forgive her. For context, my dad died about a year ago, and my wife has really been a rock for my mom. I cannot see her as much as I would like, due to my work, but my wife is a self-employed lash/nail tech and has a lot of free time, which she uses to spend with my mom, to keep her company, do her hair, and have girly days to try and make sure she doesn't get lonely. Like I said, she was such a perfect partner. No, I don't think my mom is a cheater or whatever, and she is very angry at my wife, but she loves her, and she just wants everything to be okay. My daughter has no idea what is happening. She was already asleep when my wife came and went again. She will just think Mummy is still on holiday. I still have no idea what I'm going to do. Honestly, I'm still reeling. But that's basically everything. Top comments. Forever Broke 12. What happens when she turns 40? 50? When she gets her first gray hair? Menopause? She cheated because she got scared of getting older, but she's still going to keep getting older. And not to mention, from the story, while the guy seems like a dick, she seems like not a great role model, either, if she was totally okay with helping him hurt that other girl's feelings. Phaser SC. Her sister told her she was insane for what she did. Your wife's sister is absolutely on point. This was rough to read through as an outsider. Can't imagine how shitty it is to experience firsthand. International_box 809. If she knows she can get away with it, she will do it again. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Please be sure to give this video a big thumbs up, subscribe for more stories like this, and comment your thoughts down below.